Hello, friends, and welcome back to another episode of Business Besties Live. It is me, Mindy Baxton, here with my business bestie, Kara Williams. How you doing, my friend?
Good. How are you, Mindy?
Good. I'm excited for this conversation. The DMs. Dun, dun, dun. And why
People
you're not
either love
making
them or they
sales.
hate them.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm excited to unpack this today with you, my friend. But before we get this party really started, let us give ourselves a proper introduction. Kara, go ahead. You tell everybody a little bit about you and what you do and all that jazz, and then we'll get rolling.
Yeah, so I'm Kara Williams. I own Help Me Kara. And Mindy and I coached over 3,800 coaching calls between the two of us. And we love helping entrepreneurs. I help them with the systems and the strategy, and she helps with the mindset and the messaging. And together, just really love helping the women make progress in their businesses.
Yeah. Yep. And so, I've been building online full time since 2018 and building in the product space. So selling products online, teaching other people how to do the same thing, building sales teams and that kind of stuff. So I've had a bit of experience in selling on social, and it's been a huge blessing. And I see room for improvement, especially when it comes to the DM. So that's what we're going to unpack today and get into that conversation. So let's talk about the DMs. Let's start with what not to do.
Yeah.
So, and Kara, I'm curious your experience. Have you ever had someone send you a couple of paragraphs about what they're so excited about, and do you want some of it? Like, have you ever had those cold messages just drop in your messenger? And if so, how did it make you feel?
So I tend to get them. I will get, and I feel like it kind of comes in spurts, like a whole bunch of new friend requests, and it never fails. Like, I'll look and see, do we have anybody in common? And if we do, I usually accept them. And my goodness, probably 40% of the time, as soon as I hit the button, there's all this paragraph about what they do, why they do it, and what I need, why it's so important that I buy from them right then. And I've even got some ladies who every year on my birthday, which this creeps me out, okay? Mm-hmm. Every year on my birthday, they drop in my inbox and they're like, since it's your birthday, I want to give you a gift. And it's a product pitch.
Yes. How does that make you feel?
Like a piece of meat.
Yeah, it's not good.
No,
it's not good. And here's the problem that I have is that there are still leaders in the profession teaching this super old, gross strategy that not only doesn't work anymore, but literally will get you blocked faster than anything. Sending out those massive messages. And here's what I'll say. Back when the internet first started up, social media, I should say, back when social media first started. Now, granted, I wasn't in the social selling space at that time, but I've heard stories. Things like that used to work. They just used to work. People would feel compelled to buy from people. Like, I don't know if it's out of guilt or obligation. I have no idea. But it was a different vibe socially back then. Now, we're in 2026 as we're recording this, and it's a whole different vibe because why? Obviously, trust has massively been broken. We are in what most people call a trust recession, right, Kara? And it's a lot harder to sell on social specifically, let alone when you're kind of cutting your own throat, dropping cold messages to people you don't even know, and you don't even know if you like them, and you don't even know if they need the product. And so that's kind of what we're going to talk about today.
Well, and I want to mention, it was funny. There's one conversation that I've never forgotten, and it's probably been 8 years ago now. The person dropped in my DM. We had a mutual acquaintance. It was actually, my mother was a mutual acquaintance. And so I'm like, oh, okay, she's probably going to search for this lady, whatever. And the lady got in and started hard selling me on why I needed to join her team. Not that I even needed her products, that I needed to join her team. And it puts you in such an uncomfortable situation because now you're like, I shouldn't have had to respond to this, right? Yeah. Like, you cold pitch me. I should be able to just not even respond. But then I feel like, oh, well, I need to respond. Well, when I was trying to respond in kindness, she literally said back to me when I said, no, I'm sorry, I don't have the time or capacity. We make time for what's important to us.
Oh my goodness. How about overstepping the boundary? Wow. Okay.
So don't be that person.
Yeah. And that is why, my friends, case in point right there. And let's kind of get into why your DMs are not making sales. One of those reasons is, first of all, messaging somebody cold that you've never met before, you literally just became friends with them, and throwing up a massive paragraph of why you're so excited about XYZ, Here's the thing. You are making that all about you. First of all, it's very self-serving. Second of all, it's a word vomit. Nobody reads multiple paragraphs ever. Like I don't know about you, Kara, but I am of the school that like I listen to audio clips. I send audio clips. I listen to audio clips. Everything I do is on 2 times the speed. That's just the way my brain works now. So to actually take the time to read through a bunch of stuff that you don't even, you're wasting your time, you're wasting your energy and effort. Pardon?
And you didn't ask for.
Yeah, that you didn't even ask for. Oftentimes I see, because I get some of those same spam messages. Again, the whole premise of this video today is like, you're not there. There's a reason why your DMs aren't making sales. This can be one of them, right? You're too fast, too furious. Congrats to you for being like excited about what you're doing, but there's a whole nother way that you can go about this, which we'll talk about. But I want you guys to think about, if you are leading with your opportunity, you're leading with a product, you're leading with all of these things, that's why you're not making sales. You're not taking the time to understand the need, to even see if your solution is a fit for their problem, because you're not even asking her, hey, what's going on, right? You're not creating that kind of conversation. And before that, Kara, I'm going to back us up a minute. Before you can even get into those conversations, it really starts with your content. Is your content creating the conversation, right? Do you want to kind of unpack that a little bit for them?
Yeah. You've got to show up in a way that people understand what problem that you solve, and they have to see that problem in their life.
Yeah.
If your content doesn't identify the problem and show that you are the solution, this is the transformation they get when they buy your product, they work with you, then those conversations, you're never going to sell in your DMs, because people are not going to understand why they even need what you have.
Yeah. Yeah. And so the DM strategy and closing sales in the DMs and having those kind of conversations that close sales, all of that does not start in the DMs, is what we're trying to tell you guys. That all starts with content creation. And are you bringing in that ideal audience that has those pain points and that has those problems where your product is a solution for? I hope that makes sense. So this is not a content training, which we probably should subsequently do a content training about how to create that kind of content. That then a natural progression is to go into the DMs and say, hey, I saw your comment on my post. Hey, thanks for engaging in my stories, or, commenting or dropping a heart in my stories. I'm totally curious. What's going on with you? Like, what about that resonated with you? I'm totally curious. Share more with me. Like, I saw you comment the keyword, right? The keyword resource or the keyword workshop or whatever your keyword is, because that's the kind of content you should be creating, giving them an opportunity to engage. It's a super easy in to their DMs to say, hey, I saw you comment that keyword. I'm totally curious. What's going on with your weight? Like, right? I'm in the wellness space. I've been in the wellness space since 2018. Tell me what's going on with you. You feeling a little fluffy in the midsection? Are you tired? No energy? No libido? What's happening? Like, talk to me, goose. Right? Like, yep. That was a Maverick reference. Anyway, a Top Gun reference. But that's where those conversations can flow so naturally that I get excited about it. That fires me up.
And it is the questions. It always starts with curiosity.
Yeah.
Hey, you just commented. Talk to me more about that.
Yeah.
And then asking the discovery questions. Because Mindy and I will be the first ones to tell you, if you're not a good fit for our products, we're not going to sell you our products.
Nope. It's not about the sale to us. It's about the transformation, and it's about making sure that people are the right fit for the products that we have. Right.
Yep.
That's called integrity. That's called selling with integrity, which I know it's kind of a rarity out on the socials these days, but that's true. That's true. Let me go back to what we were just talking about though, too, Kara. I think too often, some of you, again, give yourself some grace. I know you're getting excited and you want to just share with the world all the things that are so great about your product and your offer and your business opportunity, but you're talking too much. When you get into the DMs, the very first thing I want you to think of is, what good questions can I ask them to get them talking about themselves? Because it's not about you. And there's a strategy. Okay. There's two thoughts to this that I want to just quick share with you guys. There's a really great strategy to this. Number one, be a good human. Ask questions because you truly care. I know that should be like common sense, but I think I need to illustrate that. Number two, when you ask good questions, and again, I'm in the wellness space. So when I ask, tell me, how is your energy, your diet, your libido? Are you exercising? I'm not all those questions come out at one time. but I'm creating that conversation and I want to know more and I want to dig in more. Number one, because I care, but number two, it's also providing me a really great opportunity to understand what else is happening, because I might have a good fit for a whole lot of things, right? I might understand that there's some need of good supplementation, right? What are you doing for protein? Like, there are products and stacks that I have available to me that I can say, would you be open to me putting together a little bundle for you of, I think, some of the things that, like, let's start here kind of stuff. It uncovers, again, the need behind the need. Like, yeah, sure, they want to lose weight or they want to have energy. Okay, well, tell me what's happening with all these things, because again, I might be able to support you well in that. And if I can't, or I don't have the tools, you better believe that I'm going to refer them elsewhere. Kara, how does that look in your world, like on the tech side of things? Because I know you've
Yeah.
had these conversations too.
Yeah. So, and here's what I also want to say. I want to back up and come back to Mindy's point for a second. Especially in a product-based business like Mindy, you want people to take those supplements, fall in love with them, they change their body, they're giving them the transformation, and so then they continue to buy. That becomes a lifelong customer. If you mismatch them with the wrong products and you don't have the conversations like, hey, so let me check in on you. I know I recommended some products. Let me know how those went the last month, because there's another product that may be a better fit, but I don't like to do that when, right off the top, because I want, anyway, however you do that. But what you're doing is you're creating a customer for life. You're
Yes.
checking in with them and you're getting that transformation. So on my end, a lot of times I get people that are like, oh my gosh, I heard that you can help me with my systems and you can set up all of my tech for my course and blah, blah, blah. I'm using this and this and this and this and this. And I just need you to make it work. Guess what? That's not what I do. That's not what I do. I work on a specialized platform because I want you to run a lean, profitable business. I want to set you up for success. I want to set you up so that you're not trying to make 8 systems talk to each other. So there's a lot of times that I say, I'm sorry, but I'm not a good fit for you. And at that point, the person can keep looking. In fact, I even have that on my discovery call form before you book a call, like, hey, I only work on this platform and this is why. If it's not a good fit, that's okay. No problem.
I love that. And I think it goes to another point too, that too often in the DMs, now I don't see this as much as I used to, but this can happen. And this could be a reason maybe why you're not closing sales in your DMs, is because you're trying to convince people, right? You're trying to convince them, and convincing people automatically, for me anyways, Kara, I don't know about you, but when somebody's trying to convince me of something, it automatically creates a resistance.
Yeah.
Like now you're not respecting really my opinions or my feedback or where I'm at. You're now trying to challenge me, is how I look at it.
Yeah.
And talk me into something maybe that I don't want to do. And that's just gross.
Mm-hmm.
Our goal, my friends, is really this. Our goal is to help them make an informed decision. Yep. That's the goal, isn't it?
Yep.
So yeah, when you're getting into the DMs and you're having these kind of conversations, I really want you to get out of the what's in it for me kind of mentality that some of you have. I'm trying to hit a goal and I'm trying to close a sale. All of that is super self-serving. That's not how we're operating here, at least not in our world. Right?
Yep.
We're providing them with information, creating that conversation, uncovering maybe more needs, and sometimes even a better fit. And a better fit might be somebody else's product, and that's okay. That's just being a good human. And then ultimately closing the loop on this. And this is where another, I think another challenge for a lot of people comes into play. It's like the DMs just kind of are loosey-goosey, and you've got all these ends that are, I call it closing the loops. You've got all these little loosey-goosey ends hanging out there because you're just talking to people randomly, like, oh, okay, and they never did respond to me, so now I don't know what to say. And now you're just leaving them hanging and they're not closing the conversation, right?
Yeah. I love what you say. Go ahead and tell them what you say whenever you're sending kind of that last message.
Oh,
if
yeah.
They haven't been responding.
So again, let's put our business hats on here, people, right? We're in business. And when we go into the DMs to have business conversations, somebody's asked us about our product. Somebody's inquiring more about the tech package you offer. Somebody's wanting to find out more and learn more. We have these conversations. And ultimately at the end of this conversation, it goes something like this, like, are you ready to give it a try? Are you ready to take the next step? Do you want me to connect you to, do you want me to build a cart for you? Are you ready to go? Question mark. Again, become a great question asker, right? That's how I've done what I've done over the last however many years, 7 years, is becoming a really great question asker. So ending the conversation are you ready to give it a try? Naturally, they're going to come back and say, you know what? Yes, on payday, remind me, follow up with me on Friday. Okay, great. I will. Or they might come back and say, no, I'm not ready yet. Okay, great. Like, thanks for letting me know that. I appreciate it. What would be most helpful for you? Did you need more information? Would you like me to share, what might help you make that decision? Or is this just something you want to just knock off the list? It's no longer for you, and that's okay too. Like, again, those are conversations I have, but I think the one you're thinking of, Kara, it is I call it the takeaway. I don't know that I've coined that phrase myself, but that's what I call it, is the takeaway. And so this is where I get excited for this one. I like to have fun in my DMs. I don't take anything too seriously. Like, if somebody ghosts me, I don't think the world is ending. I don't think they hate me. I just think they're probably as busy as I am. I've ghosted a lot of people. I haven't meant to intentionally. We got a lot of stuff going on. I forget to get back to people. It's just part of the way it is. So anyways, I'll follow up with people a handful of times. Thankfully, I have a system now that does that, which, Kara, I want you to talk about the importance of a system too, please. But I'll go back to Messenger. And if I haven't heard from them at all, and remember, they came to me and asked for information about something I offer. We talked, we chatted. I gave them some information. I asked them good questions. I invited them to a Facebook community, which that's a great strategy too. But anyways, and now I'm like, hey, are you ready to give it a try? No response. Hey, friend, it's been a week or two, just checking back in with you. Did you have a chance to take a look at what I sent you? Nothing. Okay. I'll check their Facebook page, make sure like nobody died. That's actually happened before. So we want to always make sure that we check, right? Hey, like, hello. And then I'll just say this. Hey, friend, I know I've connected with you a couple different times. We haven't been able to connect. I'm going to go ahead and cross you off my list for now. If you decide otherwise and you want more information or you want my link to order or whatever, definitely reach back out to me. And I'll tell you, Kara, 9 times out of 10, you get a message back. Oh, no. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, I will make time to look at it this weekend. I promise. Awesome. I'll just put a little note in and I'll follow up with you Monday. Sound good? Do you see how that can work? I love it. That's fun. But let's talk about, I know for a lot of people too, and I kind of want to transition this conversation into some automation, which again, you guys, I will tell you, I have built a massively huge, successful social selling business for 6 good solid years before I've ever had any automation. So you don't need to have this in place right now. And once you start getting busy and you're really DMing a lot of people and you got some leads coming in the door, Kara, let's talk about what that can look like on the tech side of things. Like, take them through a little bit of like capturing those leads, right? You get them to a little form or whatnot. What can that kind of look like for them?
Well, I know for you, and this is something that you tend to do really well, is when you're talking to them, like if there's a class coming up, if there's like and I don't remember what they're called, but for some of the products, like a kind of show and tell, I don't know, then you invite them and you have a form that they then can fill out so that they get captured as that lead. And now you know exactly what products or what line they were interested in. And your system can tag them that way. And that way, if there's a promotion coming up, you're able to reach out specifically to those people who were interested in that thing. So it takes off some of the mental load where your brain doesn't have to hold it all. And now you have a system that can actually hold it and help you. And you know who to reach back out to about what products.
Yeah. And it's been a huge game changer for me because again, like Kara said, it gives you the ability to capture the lead. They're now in a CRM. They're tagged because they came in through, she's talking power peptides. Like, we have an online event that happens once. Yeah, that's okay. But we have an online event, right? Many of you have opportunity events. Like, somebody from your company is going to be hosting this huge opportunity event. And yes, you can write names down and you can do all those things and you can manually send Zoom links and you can manually do all of that. But system has been a game changer. A system has been a game changer for me. Because I know now if I've got 42 people registered for this upcoming event, emails getting sent out, quick reminders getting sent out, Zoom links getting sent out, 5-minute reminder before the event gets sent out. Like, how many of you need reminders of like, oh, it's happening in 30 minutes. Okay, it's happening now in 5 minutes because you forgot 20 minutes ago that that's what you're supposed to be doing because you're throwing in laundry and making supper. And so that system has just totally transformed the way I do business. And I'm super grateful. Yeah, for the email sequences and the follow-ups that can go out as well. So all that said, and we'll close it with this, the DMs are a beautiful place to create connections, to create relationships, and to close sales. But it really starts with that content creation and warming up that audience and bringing in those people into your space that then hopefully your solution really solves their problem. Like, that's the goal and that's the overarching strategy. Wouldn't you say, Kara?
Yeah. Yep. For sure.
I hope this was helpful for somebody today. If it was, drop a little hashtag value in the comments, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.